So I just made these. Definitely, like, if you guys haven't picked up the Logic Pro preset packs, any of them, pick them up today, because I'm going to send you all of these additional presets. And so far I've made about an extra, 8 or so. But yeah, I'm just going to keep going. So here I'm just going to go from scratch. Let's go to a software instrument. Let's go to, and I'm just using Logic Pro built-in stock plugins, just so you guys know. So let's go to like the ES2. Let's create something here. And just open up the ES2 interface here. And actually I'm going to do ES1. I'll do something kind of subby. Let's do like a bass kind of sound. All right, so here's the ES1. That's the factory default that it opens with. Not really that exciting, but sometimes I'll just start with like a synth bass, God, I got to figure out this latency here. Let me see here. But yeah, I'm gonna make some. I'm gonna make a bass sound for you guys here. Yeah, why don't we make like a kind of like a Bay Area kind of bounce, juicy filter kind of bass. All right. So here I'll go into. Changing the oscillator to a triangle here. Right, just that Bay Area bounce at 95 BPM slap kind of stuff. Let's go here, and then let's just kind of mess around with these sounds. This is the low frequency oscillator, don't really need to mess with that. That has like a little more grit to it. I like that. Cool, very dope. And then let's fatten this up. Let's get some fatness going, some drive here. All right, and then we need like a little subby stuff. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to bring in where is it? It's the like modulation. We'll bring in the fat kind of guy. Where is it? I'm not seeing it here, but I will find it. Going to find it. Multi effects. Here we go. So the fat effect's really good for getting that kind of bottom. Sammy, what's going on, man? Yeah, I'm just making some channel strip presets. Logic Pro stock. If you guys want these, pick up any of the other Logic Pro preset packs that I have out, and I'll ship them to you for free. So here I'm just going to kind of turn off the bandpass. I'm going to turn off this XY. Don't really need that. I'm going to turn off the distortion for now. Compression I can leave on. Let's do like a FET compressor here. Okay, and then let's give it some bass enhancement. We'll go with like a classic here. Go to 80 hertz. I think that's a good. Yeah, nice and fat. And then we're gonna just kind of mess with these. It's a little bit too distorted. Let's bypass this. Want to keep that vibe, so I think maybe it's the soft limiting here. And then let's turn on a little distortion. Let's go with like a tube here. This isn't really doing what I want it to do. Let's try an exciter here. And then let's do tube here. So we're just giving it a little bit because I don't want to mess up the filter sound. And then I'm going to go back to the ES1. I'm going to kind of shape this a little bit more. See if we can mess with the filter and the resonance. Okay, pretty cool. Let's mess with this ADSR. Yeah, that changed it completely. Let's go back. I don't like that. Let's go back to the old school bass. Come on, buddy. Okay, cool. So now we're back to where we were here. I just wanted to kind of get this release to kind of let go. Okay, and then we got the fat effects. I'm gonna get it with a bit of a compressor. I'm gonna use the here first. I'm gonna go to, let me see here, EQ. This vintage EQ collection is amazing. These tube EQs. So I'm just gonna kind of fatten up the bottom here, which is basically I like going around 30 or so and low boosting and cutting. Cool, and then drive this a little bit. Looks like it's out. So that's sounding cool, and then I'm gonna come in here and add a dynamics. We'll do the multipressor, so I can just kind of let this bottom through and control the low mid kind of stuff. So that's kind of what I'm going to do here. Go in here, probably around there, and set this this threshold here. And then we'll let the compressor be made up a little bit. big bottom. And then we'll just kind of let this guy be controlled. And just let a little bit of fuzz on the top come through. Look ahead. I don't want any look ahead. Cool, starting to shape. I need to let that filter really kind of squelch a little bit more. Clipping out the crap out of this just so you guys know, and I understand that. And that's okay. Clipping is fine. Just make up the gain there, and then we'll go back to the ES1 and just kind of start shaping this this kind of squelchy filter resonance. This is a kind of a hard plugin to use. Really good down at the bottom. It's kind of a big heavy bass. So that's kind of the idea, is like get it really low on the bottom there, and then you can make kind of that Bay Area kind of slap, bow, bow, you know, New Jack swing kind of era. So let's see here. I'm going to make it into an 808. There you go. An 808. So maybe I'll go with an 808. I don't know. See, there's not really like a sine wave in here. That's the only thing. nice 808, just rolling on the bottom. Still messing with it, guys, just kind of shaping. Bear with me. This is kind of like how I sound design it, just, you know, shape and twist. Here. Make that a little bit more squelched out with the attack. Chain so I can really kind of bring this guy up, and I'm gonna now call this 808 because I'm gonna start to design it to get a little bit crazier. So I'm gonna send this actually to a bus, and then this bus here I'm gonna use as a sort of like a filter to give me some distortion. So I'll show you exactly how I do that. I'll just kind of go here with a channel EQ, and we'll sweep out everything. You know, let's go like 36 dB per octave. We'll sweep out everything like up to, you know, I don't know, here or so, and then everything down here. We're just gonna like kind of let this area here kind of be affected only, right? And that's fine. I think that's probably good. We'll see. I'm gonna send 100% to this. I'm gonna go from the EQ into a distortion. So I'm gonna go to distortion, and I'm gonna just do like a, probably overdrive is fine, but we'll see. I don't really know yet. Kind of blend that in, right? So this will be called, you know, let's call it transformer, because it kind of sounds like a transformer being driven. Right, now we kind of want like a little more definition in that mid-range area. So what I'll end up doing is kind of just shaping this a little bit. Right, so it just clips out, like it rolls over on itself. There you go, now you got yourself an 808. also drive it with a with the, let's see here, we go to the EQs, and if you go to the EQ collection, you can get this console EQ, which is a Neve, and let's just drive the Neve a little bit, right? So we'll do like a silky tube EQ. This is the fun stuff, right? And now I'm going to take both of these and I'm going to bring them together through a bus. This is always fun for me, and I'll be giving away this whole chain, so you got an 808 chain, right? This is really fun because you can jump in and just start producing with an 808 that's perfectly pitched and key, and you can kind of tweak how much distortion you want, how much you want to send to that distortion, the transformer there. I'm going to delete these other ones just to get them out of the way for now. All right. There we go. Delete anyway. And then we're gonna have the 808, the transformer, and then we don't need this guy. This is a different one. There we go, 808 and transformer. So these are both gonna go to another bus where they're just gonna get joined and glued together. So this bus 10 will be 808 bus, right? And then here we have, this is sending to this, and then they'll join here. So it's kind of like a master bus for the 808. And here I'm just going to control a little bit more. So what I want to do is I might want to drive a little bit more on a stereo. Here, let me see here. Like a compressor would be good to just push a little bit more. Yeah, the compressors in here are great too. Like, they're all modeled after, you know, VCAs, Focusrite Red, the Studio FET, 1176 classic VCAs. You know, you got the vintage SSL, the DBX 160, the vintage FET, which is 1176, and then the Opto, which is the LA2A. So I'm gonna grab something like either a VCA. Yeah, I'll probably do this. I'll do this guy here. And I'll just start to kind of like put this together, maybe even add a little bit of soft clipping here. Right, so let's just kind of get this so it's not attacking so hard. We might need to go something vintage VCA so we have a little bit of attack module. kind of EDM stuff with this. Let's try a hard distortion on this. Yeah, I think the soft distortion is really nice, and this is doing exactly what I want it to do. It's kind of shaping the transient a little bit more. And then on the multipressor, I'm going to take down the lows just a little bit. Dope with some trap drums. I'd even go like a little bit less on the release here, right? So anyone could grab this and just kind of mess with how they need it for their track. So on here I would just, you know, adjust the release. Clean up just a little bit of the muddy area, just to kind of finish this off. But the after the compressor, I'll put something in here like a API graphic EQ, and we'll just kind of dip out just kind of the boxy stuff around like this, maybe 250, maybe 500, something here. Actually allow the kick drum to sit really well with this 808, right? So now all I'm going to do is I'm just going to go through and I'm going to give my gain staging, you know, get my gain staging back. With this, I might put a limiter after this. So just go to dynamics and I'll go limiter, and let's do no look ahead because we want to be able to produce with this, right? And we want the release to be really fast. Try and take this, let's see, yeah, precision's good. then let's just look at our gain staging. The ES1 out. Let's find where we got the output here. Might be resonance, amplifier. Understand like everything's driving each other, right? So you don't want to be taking this output too low to where it's not actually driving the fat effects, the tube EQs, the distortion, the stuff that's giving you the color, right? So you got to be really careful with that. So the next thing I want to do is just kind of like figure out what I'm driving and what needs to come down. So I need to drive this. I think this is important. Just enough to get that attack where we want it, but we're not clipping the attack to fold it over and make it sound all funky. So this fat effects is great, sounds good. I think maybe we can take the output of this down a little bit. Attention to the attack and the release of everything, so I'm not screwing up the sound of everything that I've just designed. All right, and then the tube EQ, I like this. Okay, that's sounding good. I like that. Everything's good there. Saturated good. Multipressor, let's check this out. Completely as we start to change the gain structure. So now I took the out down and it's like, oh, now it's just flopped and sounds really whack. Or maybe you like that. Maybe some people are like, yo, that's sick. I love that. Okay, that for me is great. I want to bring up this this high mids a little bit. See, I want just that little punch, that little attack there. I really think that's cool. Sounds dope to me. And then this is sending to this transformer, which is obviously driving. But now you see we're not clipping anywhere. Clipping, right? We're clipping good stuff. We're clipping the actual saturation and everything. So now you can blend in this transformer as much as you want, the distortion. Sit with this. I think this is really cool. And then this is all meeting again at a bus, remember. So these are all stock plugins in Logic that I've made this 808 with, and yours for free when you buy any of our other Logic Pro preset packs. So I'm really excited to I can make like a dozen of these, really easy, now that I got like the actual foundation down, right? So you can see this 808 bus is really clipping out, and it has probably a lot to do with this compressor being in soft clip. Is this output isn't really changing the actual tonality too much. So I'm going to leave that. obviously limiting, so you can easily give yourself some headroom. There you go, guys. You got your 808. So there it is. I just want to show you guys some sound design stuff. I've had my mic on the whole time, so you're hearing all the noise of the laptop fan as well. But so that's it. The 808 sending to the transformer, paralleling, and then blending those into an 808 bus. And this whole thing I will save as a chain. I could even just send it, set it up as a session, right? Like, so I can have this and this, and I can create tracks for these, right? And then here we go. And I'm just going to get rid of these because it's from our old tracks. And you can have, bam, there you go. You got your 808 set up, right? And you can also do things like this. You can go, okay, I want to put this into a track stack, right? So you can go to, forget how to do this. Yeah, create track stack. And then you can just go, okay, so here's the details. The folder stack is a basic track stack that lets you mute, solo, and control volume of the main track. This is to organize, and then the summing is to actually sum, and it'll make an aux and everything. But I've already done that, so I'm just going to do a folder stack, right? I go bam, and then I can just call this exactly what it is. I go 808 distorted 1, right? I always put RM for Radium Media in front of it. And there you go. And then in the track stack folder, you got the 808, the transformer, and the bus. And you can, you know, jump in here and adjust and do whatever you want to do with it. So for this, I'll save the channel strips as well. So I'll say, I guess I can make these into a an actual track stack. Let me see here. Let me flatten the stack. I want to try doing the other way around, the summing stack, and then this way I think we can actually play it. Okay, so cool. So now I can actually like play it on the MIDI, and it goes through the whole sum. Okay, so let's just call this the same thing, RM 808 distorted 1, right? And there you go. And then I can go here, and I could say save channel strip settings as, and I'm going to save this on the desktop where I have the other ones. Hopefully this is useful, guys. I don't know. I'm just like kind of cooking up some stuff and showing you guys stuff. So we'll go synths, and then here I can just go 808s. And then bam. Here we'll go RM 808 distorted -1. There you are. And there it is. There you have it. Okay, so now I'll save these individually as well. So all the settings are saved. So go save channel strip setting as, we'll call it RM 808 distorted -1. We'll call it distorted ES1. And then we'll go to the desktop. Remember, I'm not putting these where my actual CST files should go. I'm just putting them somewhere where I can give them to you guys, okay? So we'll go bam, save that, and then we can call this transformer. This is cool because you could send anything to this transformer. So to be a really cool kind of, you know, oh, I want to push vocals into it, right? Vocals can get warmed up, distorted, cut through the mix a little bit. So I'll go save channel strip setting as, and we'll just call this RM transformer color, right? 1. And then here we'll put it on the desktop, and I'm gonna go here, I'm gonna just say bus effects, and there it is. And then 808 bus, we'll just call that, we'll save this as well, just so these can all individually be pulled up, right? And you can send whatever you want to it. So we'll go save channel strip settings as, and we'll call this RM 808 bus 1. Okay. And that's it. If you want these, you've bought the Logic Pro preset packs, any of them, even the one that's $12. I will be sending you all these additionals I've developed as well, like another half a dozen synth sounds and stuff that I'll just send over to you when you send me proof of purchase. And I'm just going to keep creating cool stuff for you guys. So I'm going to get out of here. I'll pop the link in the description to grab the presets. And then when you do, I'll send you these additional presets as well. All this 808s, the woodwind one, some bass stuff. These are all synths I've designed. And then some keys and a pad that I think is really dope. But for this one, I'm going to put this at bus effects as well. And bam. So there you have it. I hope you guys have a great day. Enjoy your day. And hopefully this was cool to check out. Peace.